Good morning. This is Crystal with Whole New Perspective. I wanted to come on and talk about the internet. What would you do if you didn't have the internet? You see, several weeks ago, our fiber optic cable was cut, and we were without the internet for 4 or 5 days. Yeah. So I wanted to see if I could make it without the internet and what I would do. But before I talk about that, I really just want to thank you for hitting the thumbs up, and I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. Now, I was born in the 60s and I went to school primarily in the 70s. And so during that time, we didn't have the internet. When we wanted to research something, we had encyclopedias. Anyone familiar with an encyclopedia? My family was fortunate enough to have a set of encyclopedias, and I don't have any to show you now. And we also had dictionaries. Yep, I have a dictionary here. Webster's New Dictionary of the English Language. It has a 2001 date in it. Now, many years ago, I worked for a publishing company, and I think that's one of the reasons I have such a love for books, and I have so many books. And that's one of the things I want to stress to you all, is to make sure you have books available. So you never know when you may have a situation like we did, and your internet is cut off. So what did we do? I couldn't edit any of my videos. My videos were in the cloud. Yep. And so I didn't edit any videos. Now, yes, I could have used my phone, but I decided that I didn't want to use my phone. That was one of the things. I couldn't edit my video. I couldn't do any online banking, so I couldn't pay any bills. And I also remember back in 2019 when my bank had a situation and you could not do any online banking. You couldn't go through the ATM machines. You could only go inside the branch, and then you could only get a certain amount of money. So do you know how much money you have in your bank? I don't think many people get bank statements sent to their homes anymore. So that's one of the things that's very important to know. Know how much money you have in your bank accounts. If you have a 401k, any type of money like that, make sure you know how much you have, because I want to make sure that my money is still there. And that was one of the situations when the bank had their problem a couple of years ago. Another thing, maps. Maps are very important. I use a map, or I use maps every day to and from work. And I do it because I want to know what wrecks are along the way and if I need to go a different route. And so yeah, make sure you know how to read maps as well. I couldn't get on any social media. You know, I wanted to look something up, and I have to tell you, I did go on my phone to look one thing up. We had a deer have a fawn, and she left the fawn. It was in our backyard, and I was just very curious about that because the fawn could barely walk, and I thought maybe she left it because there was something wrong with it. And so I decided that I would look it up because I wanted to know what was going on. And so I looked online to find out why that fawn was there. The information that I got was that that's what new does do to their fawns. They leave them after they have them because they don't want to draw attention to them because they can't keep up. But that leave the fawn alone, and she will come back for it at dusk. And that's exactly what happened. And so that was good to know that. And so I did cheat and I looked that up, but that's the only time that I looked up the information. But I did realize that there were many times that I wanted to get online. I wanted to get on YouTube. I wanted to, I don't get on Facebook that often, but I did want to get some information, get some recipes, some different things. And I decided that I just would not use my phone for those things. If your internet goes down, make sure you are prepared. If you have things in the cloud, have duplicates, put it on an external drive. Do not rely on the cloud for all of your pictures and all of your personal information. Make sure that you have backups, and more backups. If the internet is down, I just wouldn't have the opportunity to interact with all of my internet friends. Yeah, and so I did miss that, and I did miss you all. And I thank you for checking up on me, for checking in with me. But that's why I was away. I was on vacation for a couple of weeks, and before that, my internet was down. But I am back. The videos that I did shoot before, I probably won't show those because they're kind of outdated now, but I'll make some new videos and I'll put those out there. But this was just something I wanted to get everyone to thinking about, not having access to the internet. So thank you guys so much for coming along with me. Please let me know below if there were occasions where you did not have the internet, or what you rely on the internet for, because there are so many things that we rely on the internet, and let us know some alternatives that we have. Thanks again.